Mammoth. We are here in the studio with Jesus Bonehead, the Cretin, Nev, and Spud from the Dayglo Abortion. So, gentlemen, what's up?
Oh, not too much.
How's it going, Toronto?
Yeah, we're just drinking a little bit of your beer.
Eastern beer?
It's a lot nice to drink your beer than the Budweiser we've been used to from down in the States in the last couple of weeks.
Right, you guys are just up in Montreal. How'd that go?
Oh, that was a great show, boy.
Awesome gig.
Backed up Voivod at the Spectrum with SNFU as the headline, or the startup act.
At the Spectrum and sold it out?
It was a huge show, yeah.
Yeah.
About 1,100, 1,200 people there, I guess, and beautiful sound system.
First time we were there, and great time to get there.
Pleasure.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Right on. Before that, you were playing out in the West Coast, down around L.A., California, San Francisco. How was that?
Yeah, we did I guess we did San Francisco, then we drove down to L.A., played Fenders with Corrosion of Conformity.
And Hyrax.
Yeah. Hyrax, too,
yeah. At the farm in San Francisco, we played with our 7 Seconds, DI, and...
Definitely the big show was Fenders in L.A., I think. That was a really good show. It was a good mixture of people from a lot of punks, a lot of metal people, and...
Suicidal
gang was there. Everybody was there, you know.
It was a wild one.
It was a fun audience to play. A little bit randy, I guess you might call them, or something like that. You know, you have the human cyclone of 500 people, and the stage divers just go down the drain like...
Yeah, Toronto would know about
down the toilet bowl, you know.
Hanging from the rafters, they were.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys, do you get the same kind of response back in your hometown of Burnaby, is it?
Well, actually, we're actually,
Burnaby?
Burnaby.
That's like Scarberia.
Yeah, it's like Scarberia, I guess. Anyway, no, actually, half of us live in Vancouver, half of us live in Victoria, the Garden City, you know. But it's taken us a long time. Like, we started off, I guess, a couple of us were in another band in the late 70s in Victoria. We were called the Sick Fucks. And we eventually disbanded that. We weren't the only band called the Sick Fucks either, but we came up with it independently, honest to God. But anyway, you know, it took us, we were quite hated in our hometown, too. We got some good shows in Vancouver where they had a decent scene, and even when the Abortions, the Dayglo started off, we took us like just now, once we got Fetus a Fetus out, that was when we started to get recognition in our hometown. Finally, it was sold in major record stores.
How long was it before Fetus a Fetus, as opposed to the first album, Out of the Womb, came out?
The distance in between the two?
4 years?
Well, it's 3 or 4 years, yeah. Well, we released the first one completely independently, and, you know, we got it out, but we just couldn't afford to repress the thing once we sort of ran out and didn't get actually, I guess we didn't even aggressively try and get another label to pick it up, really, on the first one. So it was a while, and fortunately, we got the second one out.
An unfringed product in Toronto.
We'd been playing the songs live, most of the songs live for
a
couple of years, some of them, yeah. In fact, one of the songs on the second album was written along with the ones on the first album.
No, the new on the third album.
In fact, it's even on the third album still. Yeah, right.
Okay, the new album here today, going out tomorrow, it sort of shows a trend more towards the metal side of things. Would you attribute that to anything, or am I just listening?
I don't know.
Record company pressure.
No, it has nothing to do with record.
At all.
You see, when we first
a few
started
new members, and it kind of changed.
Yeah, we got new members in the band, for one thing, but also we see things at the shows. When we first started out, boy, if a metalhead came to a punk show, he got his head kicked in, and vice versa. If a punk went to a metal show, they were history, you know. So as the scenes start to come together and things like that, we pick up more friends from both scenes. And
influences.
I've been playing music for a lot longer than the punk scene's been around, or I've been listening to music for a lot longer than the punk scene's been around. And I used to, you know, I grew up with Led Zeppelin and bands like that,
Black
too.
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, you know, all of that stuff. The influences have always been there from the beginning anyway. So the songs got a little longer. I guess there is one or two, like the Spawn of Yog there is a pretty metal song, but it's kind of a pretty metal idea. It's
good video, I hear, as well.
Oh, yeah, the video is great. We used some
new wave,
some good smut. Yeah, so I guess you might call. Well, no, I wouldn't call it smut. It's an art form, right?
Right.
Penetration like every 5 seconds, you know.
All right. Next song we're gonna hear from their new album is a song called Shred. Anything to say on that one?
Oh, yeah. Well, since we've picked up Mike Anus, Mike Jack, I guess you'd have to call him, from the Jack skate team, eh? He's been a big influence on us, and Neil's a good skater, Gnarly Nev here, And me and Bone have skated parkades for a few years as well. And
Bonehead just falls off. He doesn't really
breaks
ride.
my arm.
Bonehead's not too bad, actually.
Oh,
He gets
I got a pair of
little
airlocks
stiff,
on.
So what? Poser.
Lamester.
Okay, Shred Central from the new Dayglo's album. They're back.
I guess we have to say hi to Melissa from
Yeah.
Pickering, eh?
Hi, Melissa.
So,
And all the other people that called.
Yeah, skate hard, Adam.
Answer all your questions. Definitely yes.
so, give us a rundown of what takes place during a normal day in the life of a Dayglo abortion back
A
home.
normal day back home? Well, it sort of depends where you're at.
How about this week?
It's like-
Tell them what we've been doing this
Oh,
week.
this week, the last couple of weeks has been a lot of fun. I guess when we stayed at the farm for a few days in San Francisco, so about the time the sunrise comes up, you hear this cock-a-doodle-doo down in the basement, and you wake up, and then the Budweiser buzz comes into your ear, and it's just...
That's right. And you know it's time to light up a bomber.
Yeah,
and
then
get
you light
back
up a
into
bomber,
action.
light up a cigarette, put the coffee on, open up another Budweiser. I mean, you're
Put
looking
on
at
your
about-
best running shoes.
And
'cause-
get on the plane.
Get on your best running shoes, because if you walk through the park next door, you better know it. You got to run.
Yeah, we were sort of in the wrong neighborhood, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. That was we had a good time down there. Last few days we've been
Flying and
We've
taking
been
Didn't
fl-
appreciate the guns in Detroit too
yeah,
much.
the guns in Detroit.
Yeah, tell them about that.
Oh, I went off to the beer store, but we were playing at the Greystone in Detroit, and I went across the road to the beer store with this guy. And as we were coming back, a couple of really ugly-looking redneck sort of guys with Mac shirts and Daytons and stuff come clumping up, and they want to know how old we are, and they especially want to see the beer that we've got on us. And this guy, just as we were doing this, the promoter and a bunch of people came out of the club and scared the guys away. But I turned around to this little guy, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, we didn't need them." And he pulls a little 25 caliber zip gun out of his pocket and goes, "I was just about to blow the fat guy away." And I'm just like, oh, my God. Get me out of this town.
Do you guys run up against much abusive people on tour?
I find the most abusive people
Promoters.
I've ever, well, apart from some of the bad promoters. We can't say that
Aggressive,
about all
yeah.
promoters, but because a lot of the promoters have done us a lot of good things. But really, it's in our hometown and stuff like that. We run up against, especially I found, the sort of equivalent of the PMRC or something like that movement in your hometown. Elderly women for God. And what was the best one that we got was...
men against women.
No, the husbands of lesbian Dayglo murdering homo. I don't know. Anyway, there was some organization where these poor little twisted 45-year-old kind of shriveled up hippie guys whose wives were all hideous-looking things. They were about my mother's age, big 4-foot wide shoulders and stuff, attacked me at school one day. And I came out of this, I'd just been in a very horrible, hideous class, as they most are in school and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I walked out of this elevator, and all of these about 35 women attacked me, and this one of them started punching me in the chest with her little finger, and she said, "You're a despicable scumbag, and you should be ashamed to be a human being," and stepped down a couple of steps on the food chain, pal, kind of thing like
But
that.
afterwards, you just smiled.
Oh, God, I just about wailed on her. I'm telling you, if she didn't look so much like my mother, I would have murdered the cow. It was
More.
yeah.
Okay, one of the songs on the new album is called "Holy Fuck, My Shit Stinks."
Oh, yeah, well, that's
That's a day-to-day occurrence.
that's
in my
actually,
life.
what that's about
A
is,
minute occurrence.
it's actually not, actually it is. It's called Fuck My Shit Stinks, yeah. And what it's about, that's a sort of one of our another big political statements. You know how the Dayglos are big on political statements and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
that one's kind of a thing. It's sort of talking about a guy sitting on his toilet in the morning after a big night of beer and tacos kind of the night before and stuff. And he's sort of thinking like, God, there's a war in Lebanon, but people sort of forget what's going on in their backyard and right between their legs and coming out of their toilet bowls and all over the place. They think, oh, the problem's over there. It's the communists or it's the fascists or it's so-and-so on the other side of the planet, when their own backyard is every bit as disgusting as that.
That's why I don't swim in Lake Ontario.
I don't
All right.
I don't think anybody does. Eh?
Okay, the Dayglo abortions. Holy fuck, my shit stinks.
Oh, yeah.
fucking Molly, I can sing. Oh, fuck Billy, I can sing. You know I feel like Johnny Cash. Through down that arena, burning fire. Oh, fuck, I can sing. Holy fucking moly, I can sing. Oh, fuck Billy, I can sing. Oh. Fucking Molly, I can sing. Oh, fuck Billy, I can sing. Oh, it fucking stinks so